Hi, I'm Lynette Brown, co-author of You Don't Look Psychic, and welcome to Mystical Monday. Hope your week is off to a great start, or maybe this is your weekend. Depends on how you work, what your world is like. I received some big guidance, and I wanted to share today. And that is, we've had conversations in and around burnout. We've had conversations around, and I know many of you already know all that there is to know about self-care, right? Like taking care of ourselves and, taking care of ourselves in order to be of service. Like there's this whole conversation of, yeah, let me take care of myself for me and my bandwidth and my abilities. And it's also so that we can sustain our work, right? And how do we take care of ourselves? There's just, there's a plethora of ways, right? And what I want to talk about today, and the guidance that I received, was in and around the conversation of clairaudience, and that is hearing our divine guidance, receiving divine messages through our ear chakras. And sometimes these messages, a lot of times people are frightened by clairaudience because, oh, I don't want to hear voices, right? Everybody's going to think I'm crazy, I'm going to get committed, I'm schizophrenic, blah, 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 right? This is not that, right? A lot of times the voice or the sounds you will hear are inside your mind, or it's even an overheard conversation that you're not even a part of that answers a question that you're holding. Or even you get in your car and music comes on and randomly the lyrics answer your question. All parts of clairaudience. The birds, all the sounds in nature, all a part of clairaudience. I'm often asked, how do we practice our clairaudience? How do we work with it? And because it's one of those more subtle clairs, it's kind of challenging at times, right? So with clairaudience, the first thing I would suggest and recommend if you want to build your clairaudience is to work on not only clearing your ear chakras, but working with acknowledging some of the energies that we lodge in our ear chakras. And that energy that we lodge in our ear chakras could be things that we overheard or heard all through our entire life. If we were criticized, by, parents or teachers or people in authority who told us how we were, right? Those voices, those words, those harsh words lodge in our ear chakras. And that alters how we hear things and how we receive divine guidance through our clairaudience. And sometimes I want to be really clear too. This is not like, sometimes when people share criticism or share feedback, they're meaning it to better us. And a lot of times because of our wound or because of our inability to hear the love, it comes across as, judgment. It comes across as harsh, or that the context of it is such that dogs are barking. Isn't that great? Can you hear that? There's something to pay attention to, right? Always something to pay attention to. So in that conversation of being present to, all the external sounds, my dog barking, the birds, the background of sound in your life. And sometimes it gets to be too much and we don't even realize how bombarded we are with sound. And so, some of the practices to work in dislodging and healing those energies that we took on as harsh or believed was harsh or took in and believed about ourselves, the things that were told to us about ourselves that were not, you know, empowering. To release those is to work with, there's so many tools you can work with, right? So you can work with crystals. Selenite, really great crystal for clearing. Celestite is really awesome to hear divine guidance. And I really love to work with sugalite. This is one of my favorite pieces. It's a Kuan Yin out of sugalite. And you can sit with crystals. You can even put them up to your ear to receive energy, right? There's also, you know, clearing you can do, right? You can do clearing your chakras, tuning into the energy. You can even, you know, listening to music to hear one specific tone or sound. Another way to clear your ear chakras is through binaural beats or hemisync music. You know, music like that, that's got the layers, right? There's layers and there's multi-levels that are at work, right? There's also things like the gong, you know, drumming, or like this. I'm gonna try not to do it too loud. Right? And you can even, I know this may sound a little, to some of you mainstreamers, this might seem a little awkward, but utilizing energetic tools around supporting our systems, our circuitry, our body, especially going through this intense time. You know, there's so much happening in our world, and there's so much energy. I've seen teachers of mine, I've seen clients, I've seen friends, I've experienced it myself, this intense energy where we're becoming burned out. And it's because we're not upping our game to take care of ourselves. So, in practicing with your clairaudience and strengthening, do chakra clearing. We've got all kinds of processes in our book. You don't look psychic. Chakra clearing, work with crystals, with sound. You can even do like clearing, like with a feather fan. It's a beautiful feather fan, right? Clearings that way. You can burn herbs, do candle magic, Reiki, right? Breath work, right? All kinds of tools. So often we overlook our clairaudience. And hearing is really important right now. Being able to even hear your own heartbeat is important right now, right? To be here now, right? Okay, so remember, tune into your divine clairaudience. Do some mystical, get your mystical Q-tips out and clear that stuff out so you can hear your divine guidance, so that you can receive and feel an ease in your daily life. So I hope you enjoy that, and I'm looking forward to hearing how your clairaudience is opening up. Until next week, have a mystical week. Love you all. Mwah. Take care now.